If you're looking for the best Shopify inventory management system, I'm going to show you that Google Sheets could be an option. There are tons of Shopify inventory management apps on the marketplace, but if you're looking for something simple and a fast solution to track Shopify inventory, then keep watching because I'm going to show you how. First, let's just get straight into pulling data from your Shopify inventory report straight into Google Sheets. With our add-on, you have the ability to pull the data in using a query. So go into Create New Query, select Shopify Data, and then for this particular store, the vitamin store, I'm going to select that and then select the period for the inventory. Now we can track on a historical basis, but since inventory is really a point in time data, it doesn't really matter. So even if I do something like last 90 days, you're going to get the same data anyways for what it is today. Inventory. And then for the metrics, I'm just going to select all. You have all the data points from the report. So you have things like the weight, the availability, the track when it was last updated. Select all, save and create query. And it's going to enter and create the table inside this tab that I created, Shopify Inventory, and the cell that I've currently got selected on A1. So I'm going to save this. It's going to run the query, and then within 10 seconds or so, it's going to pull in all of the data that I've selected for this Shopify account over the last 90 days, and then this is the data that populates. So from Google Sheets itself, you can now track when a sale comes in, the inventory is going to update automatically. On a schedule, it's going to refresh, so you can do it every hour, every day, or you can manually request this data to be refreshed. So if you have something, if you load the data in the morning and then you want to come back in the afternoon, refresh it, and then the data will come and repopulate and you have your latest data. Now, consider that if I was also selling on Amazon, I could do the same thing. I could create a new query, pull in my Amazon seller data, select the period. Again, it doesn't matter, last 60 days, whatever, because it's going to pull in the point in time. If I was selecting a different data set, such as the inventory health or maybe the inventory history, then it's going to display a daily log of what that inventory is. But I don't want to see that right now. I just want the point in time inventory report. So inventory, and then select all the metrics. Amazon has way more data points than Shopify inventory, but right now I'm just going to select everything and then save, and it's going to run. Again, within say 5 to 10 clicks, I am able to create a new query, and this is going to update dynamically over and over and over again automatically as well. So with this Amazon inventory data, I can also combine it with inventory in Shopify and create a combined Shopify inventory tracking system. Now let's try doing a simple combined accurate or inventory check of what I just described. Of all the Shopify inventory apps out there, there's a lot of them is going to give you that inventory data for Shopify. But the question is are they also going to include other platforms like Amazon or Walmart or other e-commerce platforms that you may be selling in? Let's do a formula for pulling in the Shopify inventory. I've already loaded the SKUs. So this formula, if I do a unique and then I put it inside curly brackets, I can pull in the inventory SKUs for the Shopify, and then for the SKUs in the Amazon inventory report from B2 to B, column B and column D in Shopify. So in Shopify, I've got the SKUs in column D. In Amazon, I've got the SKUs in column B. So when I use this formula, it's going to pull in all of the unique values, so there's no repetition, and then it's going to stack it vertically and create a nice list. To pull in the Shopify inventory data, I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to do something like a equals VLOOKUP, and then I'm going to look up cell A2, comma, and then for the range, I want to look up for the entire, entire one for Shopify and then the availability. So columns D to E. Oops. And then I know that it's the second column, false, to get the exact number. And then it gives me, and then I can pull it in and it's going to give me the number. Now, if I want to get rid of this NA, I should have put in an if error at the front. Okay. And then it's going to just remove those errors. It's much cleaner so that when I go in to do the final total inventory column, it's going to be a single value instead of throwing another error. Now let's get the inventory data for the Amazon report. So same thing, I'm going to do a equals if error. Okay, so it tried to pull in, Google Sheets will try to populate the formulas for you, but in this case, it got ahead of itself. I'm going to do A2, the range is inside Amazon. So from B2 to the total is column D. So let's do that. And then the location is number 3. And there you go. So after just cleaning up those formulas, just putting in the proper VLOOKUP inputs and then locking in the references, I get the inventory data here. And then for the Amazon inventory platform, I have my data here, and I should have converted this to a positive, but that can be done at the final column. So sum of the absolute of this plus this will now give me 12. Drag this along, and now I've got a total inventory visualization across Shopify and Amazon. And this is just a simple way of how you could track inventory on Shopify, Amazon, different platforms. Another very quick and easy inventory system that you can build straight inside a spreadsheet. So that's how the data is done. And now if I go back into how the data is connected, let me show you that. You go into our app, and then from within our app, you can see the accounts that is connected. To add a new store, you can just go into the bottom here or add a new Shopify account. And then it's just simply following the instructions. Enter your store name, the client ID, the secret key that gets generated inside Shopify, and then authorize it, and it will add that account. Once that account's added, we start importing the data, we pull in the reports, and then we aggregate, calculate it so that when it comes time for you to pull it into Google Sheets, it doesn't lag. Everything comes super quick. Let me refresh this again. I'm going to refresh this, go to Shopify inventory, and then within, say, a few seconds, everything's going to be updated. Okay, so I hope that helps, and I hope to see you on the other side.